episode has been brought to you by justinform.com. I got another article, and this is something that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez quoted in her debate. I wouldn't even call it a debate. It was she was on Cuomo Prime or whatever, and she was talking about a Koch Brothers survey. How many people remember the Koch Brothers survey that she highlighted, as she mentioned? And she was going down a list of things that this survey by the Koch brothers says about the American people and where people are as far as what they want in regards to policy.
So first of all, the thing that we need to realize is people talk about the sticker shock of Medicare for all. They do not talk about the sticker shock of the cost of our existing system. You know, in a Koch Brothers funded study, if any study is going to try to be a little bit slanted, it would be one funded by the Koch brothers. It shows that Medicare for all is actually much cheaper than the current system that we pay right now.
During the month of July, the Marketing Communications Group, In Pursuit Of, launched by the Koch brothers in 2017, conducted a survey of Americans on a range of issues. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that on a lot of these issues, all of us are closer together than we think. Of course, you got your outliers on Twitter, your outliers on Facebook, very vocal people that say things that trigger you. Don't be triggered, by the way, please. Try not to be triggered. Hold in the triggers. But what I'm saying, as we go through this, just imagine that these people are your next door neighbors. Preparing ex-offenders to re-enter society as law-abiding citizens. "39% said that would be a very effective solution, and 45% said it would be a somewhat effective solution. Altogether, that's almost 84%. That is 84%. 84% of those people surveyed are in favor of preparing ex-offenders to re-enter the workforce. I want to shatter some myths about people right now. I want to shatter some ideologies, some stereotypes, some deeply held convictions that you may hold about people, and just get you to see that we're not that far apart. Because you would think, right, if you watch CNN and MSNBC, you would think that no conservatives, they just want to throw away people that are in jail. They just want to get rid of them. They want to bury them deep under the jail and give them no pathway back to a real life, a life of freedom and where they can advance themselves, right? But according to this survey, that's not the case. All right, let me keep going. Ending the cronyism that leads to corporate welfare. 37% said that would be a very effective solution. 35% said it would be somewhat an effective solution. So that would say they're in favor of ending cronyism and corporate welfare. Aren't this inspiring? See, they keep telling us how we're so divided, how we are so, like there's this big gulf between us, like got these people over here, these people over here, and this big space, and there's no way we can agree on anything. And I'm telling you, that's not what people are saying. They may not say it together, but when they're privately, this is how they feel. Ending harsh sentences for nonviolent petty crimes. 37% said that would be a very effective solution. 40% said it would be a somewhat effective solution. Once again, in favor of ending this for nonviolent offenders and petty crimes. Here goes one. Government paid. I'm aiming for big air now. We're going for everything. This is like a money ball shot right here. Government paid tuition for local college or community college. You've been told that, oh man, this is just something progressives want. You know, you got the Ben Shapiro, you got these other, I'm pretty sure Cernovich. Well, I haven't heard much from Cernovich lately. But you got these people on the right, these conservatives, who will make you think, right, that there are no conservative people on the planet or in America who could possibly agree with community college being free. 35% of the people surveyed said it would be a very effective solution, and 31% said it would be a somewhat effective solution, meaning they're in favor of it. That's a total of 66%. See, what? See, a lot of times we talk about the fight, the struggle. We talk about how hard it is to get through to people. So it's already working on some folks. Some folks already got the memo. They may not be on Twitter going, I'm a conservative and I feel this way. They may not be in your Facebook group going, hey, I feel this way and I'm a conservative, but they feel this way. It's a big world. You could be bombarded with trolls and not realize that just over that hill, there's some like-minded folks. They may not look like you, they may not dress like you, they may not listen to the same music, you may not watch the same shows, but somehow, some way, they feel the same way about some stuff. What else we got? Uh-oh. Here we go. Big one, right? You know, when we talk about raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour, heads just explode, don't they? Yeah, talking heads explode. The talking heads, their heads explode, right? The people, not so much. 35% of these conservatives felt that that would be a very effective solution. Another 30% thought it would be a somewhat effective solution. So 65% of conservatives in a Koch Brothers survey thought $15 an hour was a pretty good idea. I may not know a whole lot of stuff. I might not know a bunch of reading and stuff, but I think that if you gave people more money, then people might do a little bit better. Yeah, I don't think everybody's going out and buying crack. Some people are just having a hard time because they don't make enough money per hour. If we raise that, maybe we help some people. See, that's not the stereotype that's in the heads of a lot of us. And I've been trying to get it out of my head too. I'm working to get rid of any stigma that I have about any person, any stereotype, because it's been implanted by people who want to keep us divided and not give us the ability to work together for common good. And I don't care who they are. Even if people feel it, even when people are feeling like, okay, I know this isn't right to paint this broad brush, they have to do it. They have to do it on these networks. Minimum wage, that's not something you would think that most conservatives would be in favor of. And the reason why we think that, what's it based on? What brought you and I to that conclusion? Prematurely, without talking to a lot of conservatives. Without talking to them. Why do we feel that way? Because, I don't know, Rachel Maddow had a group of them together on a CNN thing, on MSNBC panel. She had like 10 people in a room that one time, and that lady stood up and said that dumb thing like, I think they just take their money and go down to the casino and spend it all. Now, we're all told that conservatives, for the most part, particularly conservatives who, always vote red, any deadhead red, just love Wall Street. They just love Wall Street. Well, 33% of conservatives in this survey said, nah, we need more regulations on Wall Street. Yeah, Mr. Pinstripe Suit, you need more regulations, you bastard. You ruined my retirement. 33% of them said that, and another 36% said, yeah, that would be somewhat effective. So 69% of people surveyed, conservatives, not progressives, not hippies passing out weed in Portland, but conservatives in places like Oklahoma, Minnesota. How many conservatives? Minnesota votes blue, don't they? West Virginia. West Virginia is kind of purple. I don't know. Name a red place. Missouri? Okay, Missouri. Alabama, the home of Jeff Sessions. Almost 70% of those people want more regulation on Wall Street. This is contrary to what they've been feeding us. Get it? You know, that belief that conservatives don't want to help, children after they're born. That they only want to help children when children are in the womb. That's when they want to save them. Right? Well, according to this survey, that may not be totally true. There may be a segment of people who feel that way, but not everybody, okay? It's just that, once again, the negative people seem to be the loudest. And that, by the way, that's the people that they focus on. Check it out. 30% of conservatives in this survey said they are in support of increasing government assistance for child care. And another 39% said they think that would be a somewhat effective solution. That is 69% of conservatives in this survey. And believe me, the Koch brothers ain't going to talk to people out there in progressives in, say, Washington State. No, they're not going to Salt Lake. Where I've been, Salt Lake City, Utah, bunch of progressives, parts of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, bunch of progressives. That's not who Koch brothers are talking to. Get it? Almost 70% of the conservatives surveyed here said they would support increasing government assistance for child care. This is a very important segment I'm doing, guys. I want us to look in the mirror. I want us to examine our thoughts and how we operate. Not just look at other people who may vote Republican and just automatically come up in our minds with what they believe. I'm not saying there aren't people who think, forget the kids. He stole a pack of gum, let him rot in jail for 30 years. That'll teach him. I'm not saying there aren't people like that. What I'm saying is, it's not as many of them as you think. And I want you to just think for a second, or imagine, take this walk with me. Is it possible there's something to be gained by you believing that all these conservatives are diametrically opposed to all the things you think would help the country? Is it possible that some people want to spin a narrative that makes you think these people are your enemy? Or that your enemy is a lot bigger than it is on the issues? I don't mean militaristically, I don't mean violently. What I'm saying is ideology. Yeah, they may not like the label Democrat, but there are things they want. What did we learn from Bernie Sanders when he went to the Midwest and he talked to people about health care?
Just how many people are enrolled on Medicaid?
Well, let me be honest and start off and say my view is different than most in Congress. I happen to believe that health care is a right, and we should move toward a Medicare for all.
We learned that those people want health care too. They want it too. All I'm trying to get us to, all I'm trying to share with you, I can't get you to do anything. All I can do is share with you what I gleaned from this. And that is, we're not as divided as people want us to believe. Yeah, you got some pussy hats and you got some MAGA hats, but they're both hats. They're still in the hat family. That doesn't mean we can't agree on child care. We can't agree on community college. We can't agree on Wall Street regulation. We can't agree on $15 minimum wage. I'm telling you, that's what most of these conservatives agreed that they think would be a good solution to make the country better. And meanwhile, we got these hacks telling us, oh no, that's just a fringe thing. You'll never get elected thinking that. You never get elected running on that. It would never happen. We can't go to the left on these issues. It's not about left or right. It's about pain. And I got a feeling there are conservative people that want to send their kids to college that can't afford to do so. I got a feeling there are conservative people all across this country who wish they could make a little bit more an hour, or that their children need to make a little bit more an hour. That's what I believe. And I believe there's an incentive in spinning a narrative that tells you and me and all of us and everybody in my wolf pack that these people are so horrible and they can never agree with you on anything. You want to say to kids, they want the kids to rot in jail. You want the kids to have free meals, have meals at school, and they want the kids to bring their own lunch, and if they can't afford it, to go hungry. They're being lied to. We're being lied to. You're being lied to. I'm being lied to. We're all being lied to 24/7. Part of their story they're being told is that we just want something for nothing, that we don't actually want people to have to earn anything. Like, you just give them everything, give them everything, give them everything. And then, no, that's not true, but that's what they're selling on the other side. They're telling that we just want people just to come in the country, there'll be no border at all. Everybody just come in and nobody had to do nothing. Or we want rapists and killers and arms dealers and to just walk out of jail and then walk right into school and work as custodians. Like, they come up, I'm telling you, they just bait and bait and bait. All right. I think I've stated my case. I don't know if I won any of you over. To some of you, maybe I was preaching to the choir. But I feel really strongly about this survey and what it says about some people.